Gulars, or huge elastic pouches in the throat, are defining characteristics of pelicans. These birds aren't often hostile, but they can be if necessary.
He's got a fish. Oh, it's a boat. Oh, see now.
Have you ever seen a pelican play with a human? How do you think a pelican would react if it saw a cat? If you want to see more of this amazing bird...
That's sick, I got that on film.
You're at the right place, so let's get started. Number 14. Pelican swallowing duckling. Some people with their children stand on the dock admiring the scenery and the birds in the water when a huge and stunning pelican snatches an innocent duckling out of the water and swallows it whole. Gasps in the crowd can be heard when it happens, but it is to be expected. Big birds always look for small birds to eat. After already eating 2 ducklings, a hungry pelican in a Florida state park tried to eat 2 more, but a ranger scared it off when he saw the big bird chasing the rest of the small ducklings. This pelican was on his way to annihilate an entire family. A true serial killer in the works. A pelican taking a swim in the lake spotted a duckling and decided to have it for breakfast in front of traumatized 8th grade students on a field trip. These pelicans are feasting on some cute ducklings. You eat that and I eat you, said the pelican to the duckling. I must say the duckling looks pretty big in the pelican's gular as the big bird tries to swallow it. Number 13. Pelicans eat fish. Pelicans are characterized by their long beak and large throat pouch, which they use for catching prey. Pelicans have been partially disliked due to competition with commercial and recreational fishing. Because of habitat destruction, disturbance, and environmental pollution, their population has decreased. A fisherman caught a fresh mackerel in Huntington Beach, California, and generously gave it to a pelican at the pier. The pelican had a tough time trying to swallow the fish, but eventually swallowed the wriggling fish down his throat. Yummy! This pelican was rescued and taken to an animal shelter with a severe foot wound. He lost a few toes but is on the road to recovery. Here he is, eating his daily meal of over 120 chub, which translates into 5 to 7 pounds of fish a day. There were so many pelicans hanging around the fishermen in Santa Barbara, hoping to steal their fish. The process of swallowing down a whole fish was a bit painful to watch, but very fascinating. This is hilarious! Watch as one pelican almost manages to take all the fish for itself, but takes forever to gobble them down. This is perfectly normal for pelicans, even as it appears to have fish stuck in its throat. In this video, a pelican chases a pufferfish and tries to snatch it, but it's having a lot of problems doing so. The puffer is also venomous, so I'm not sure if the pelican got the email with the info. Number 12. Pelican versus seagull. A seagull rides on the back of a pelican looking for fish, attempting to safeguard its territory's fishing rights, but it fails miserably. They're obnoxious, greedy, invading, polluting, and combative. They devour anything that moves as well as a variety of non-moving objects. You can hate them all you want, but seagulls are 100% badass. Check out this seagull fight it out with not 1, not 2, but 3 pelicans for a measly little fish. The pelican is slightly bigger than the seagull, but its beak is much larger, and at one point the pelican's brute force gives it the strength to pull the seagull towards it, and the other 2 pelicans charge the seagull as well, making the seagull abandon the fight and concede victory to the pelican. A few seagulls try to rescue their friend after it is snatched by a hungry pelican, but I don't think the pelican is going to set the seagull free anytime soon. Seagulls are vicious birds, capable of ripping food out of your hands, and they're quite aggressive with the other birds and animals when they're on the hunt. But in this video, it's the pelican that gets the last word when it swallows a seagull whole. Number 11. Pelicans fighting. These 2 swashbuckling pelicans look like pirates engaged in fierce combat with their beaks in front of an attentive crowd. 2 pelicans are engaged in a fight in front of all their friends, and neither wants to lose face, so they give it their best shot. Pelicans have such long bills they can cause a lot of damage with them. A couple of pelicans are locked at the beak and one of them is crushing the other one's bill. One of the birds actually has something in his mouth and gets rid of his opponent so he can get to eating his prey. These 2 pelicans fighting in the water look more like a ballet performance on water than a fight, but it's not. They are fighting and one of the birds, after having enough, takes off. Number 10. Pelicans eat pigeons. Pelicans are often seen eating pigeons, and that's what the pelican in our thumbnail is doing. I guess pigeons are easy to snatch and easy to swallow because they're not too big. In this video, we can see an intense fight between a pelican and a pigeon. But it's not much of a fight if you ask me, because the pigeon is already inside the pelican's gular trying to escape, which is not happening. Pelicans have large bills, but it's a good thing. Look at how this pelican swallows a pigeon whole without hesitation. The birds are simply grabbed, as if they're candies in a jar. The pigeons fight for their lives inside the pelican's gular until they're swallowed. I'd fly out of there if I were the other pigeons. A flock of birds gathered in St James's Park in London to eat tourist breadcrumbs. A pigeon took a crumb meant for a pelican and ate it. When the pelican got angry, he decided to eat the pigeon instead of the crumb. Pelicans are known for their huge bills, and you can see what I mean in this video when a pelican grabs and swallows a pigeon. The pelican crushes the pigeon and then throws him inside his bill as if the pigeon is thrown into a blender before the pelican swallows him whole. The pelican is a bird that loves marine chicks. Its beak is a formidable trap, even for prey that is difficult to swallow. It will take almost 20 minutes for this specimen to overcome the pigeon. Another pelican on the prowl easily grabbed lunch when it snatched an unsuspecting pigeon, transforming the pigeon into a tasty stew. It seems that pigeons are a favorite item on the menu for pelicans. No, this pelican is not gargling with the latest mouthwash. He's washing down a tasty pigeon for lunch. But I must admit, it's hilarious to watch the bird, because it does in fact look as if it's actually gargling some mouthwash. As the crowd watches, several people can be heard gasping in horror. These psychotic pelicans will literally eat anything they think will fit in their mouths. So when they go on a feeding frenzy, it's only normal that certain people will be traumatized. A man and some friends were visiting a zoo in the Ukraine when a pelican caught a pigeon and tried to eat it. The pigeon tried to get away, but wasn't able to, simply because pigeons are no match against pelicans. Number 9. Pelican tries to eat capybara. These capybaras went to the pelican hair salon, and they were immediately taken into the care of the 2 pelican barbers who gave them the small trim they were looking for. Once the cuts completed, the large rodents left and the pelicans took their 15-minute break. Capybaras are the largest rodents in the world, but this pelican is trying to grab a baby capybara, even though he's not trying very hard. It looks more like he's toying with a young rodent. Number 8. Pelican versus sea lion fight over fish. When a few sea lions join some pelicans out of the water, this is what it looks like. The sea lion wants to play with the pelican's fish, and the pelican wants to eat the fish. The animals are not aggressive, but they still both want what the other one wants. After a few friendly scuffles, things calm down. An armada of sea lions crashes into a flock of pelicans at the fish market. It looks like there is an incredible special and all the animals wanted their fair share. I don't think the pelicans are going to dictate the outcome of this confrontation. Another sea lion thief manages to snatch a fish from these pelicans. The birds are bouncing all over the place as the sea lion sneaks past them, grabs the fish and runs for the water. Sea lions are intelligent and savvy creatures, so it's probably not the first time this sea lion pulls a stunt like this. Number 7. Pelican tries to eat cormorant. Cormorants are no pushovers, but it doesn't stop the pelican in this short clip to try and swallow the cormorant. Only the bird is not a small duckling, so it's much harder for the pelican. Another pelican is on a deadly mission, with the intention of killing and eating a cormorant. It doesn't look like the plan works as the pelican swims away solo. Number 6. Pelican tries to eat human. These people brought their toddler to meet the birds. But when one pelican tries to bite the toddler's face, Dad intervenes just in time when he closes the pelican's beak and holds it firm so the bird can't open his mouth. This man seems to appreciate all the affection this pelican is giving him before the pelican departs on his one-day cruise. The big bird can be seen embarking on his cruise ship as departure is imminent. This video is extremely short and, there you go, told you it was short. This woman decides to feed this pelican, and the big bird tries every which way to close his bill on her head, but it seems more like he's being affectionate because the lady is not feeling any pain and she even seems to find it funny. This pelican's bill is huge and very impressive when seen close up this way, but it becomes increasingly scary when the bird opens his mouth as it tries to bite the person petting it. A man challenges a pelican on a beach, and to show off he grabs and holds the big bird's bill shut. so he can lift him into the air for a pose. When he puts the bird back on the ground, he pets him and releases his beak, letting the bird know he wants to be friends. The bird seems to understand, and even when the man places his hand in front of the pelican, the bird doesn't try to bite him. The man continues to pet the bird, and the bird is enjoying it. Number 5. Angry pelican attack. This huge pelican scares the living daylights out of this cat. When it tries to snatch the cat, the feline's quick reaction allows it to avoid the attack and run away. A small kitten wants some of the food the pelican is getting, so he just walks right up to the pelican and eats some of it. Except the pelican is not happy and tries biting the kitty cat, scaring him off. The pelican's bill was twice the size of the kitten. A playful dog meets a pelican on the beach and wants to play, but the pelican stands there, staring at the dog in a defensive position. I don't think the pelican is interested in the dog's proposition, so at this point, the dog better be careful, because these birds are unpredictable and can cause damage if they become aggressive. A medium-sized dog attacks a pelican, and when the big bird feels he's in danger, he flies away from the dog and back to safety. I'm not sure the dog wanted to kill the bird, but the smart pelican didn't take any chances. Number 4. Pelican fights swan. You would think pelicans and swans would fight over small fish or ducklings, but no, these two are fighting over breadcrumbs. The swan is aggressive, making some hissing sounds while the pelican does what he does best, and that's open his huge bill. Here's a swashbuckling pelican trying to scare a few black swans away from the food basket. He wants everything to himself, and the swans eventually let him have it. I guess his plan worked well. Number 3. Pelican tries to eat. These pelicans keep trying to scoop up the terrapins in their bills. The person filming wasn't sure if they wanted to try and eat them or just annoy them. In this video, a pelican tries his luck at eating a rabbit, but it seems like the little fluffy bunny is too fast for the large-billed bird, so the pelican stands there with nothing to show for it, and the rabbit yells out, "Fly, pelican, fly!" Hunting catfish for pelicans is quite easy, as you can see in this video. The big birds take a stroll in the water and dip their heads inside the water to snatch the fish. Sometimes they miss and sometimes they make a catch. The white pelican is North America's second largest bird. With a wingspan of over 9 feet, they dwarf most other birds. White pelicans stop in Gainesville, Florida to feed before their long trip back up north. Gainesville is 50 miles from either coast. According to onlookers, it was awesome watching them feed, with the fish wiggling in their pouches. The fish wasn't going down without a fight. Number 2. Pelican versus lion. An injured pelican is stuck in the mud, and when 2 cute lion cubs spot the bird, they want to play with it, but the bird is not interested. My worry is lion cubs means big lions can't be too far away. I actually just noticed that one of the lions is probably the cub's mom, but she looks exhausted and uninterested in the pelican. She just keeps an eye on her cub, playing with the remains of a buffalo carcass. This pelican is lucky, or it could have been bird stew for the adult lion very quickly. Number 1. Pelican steals food. Seagulls are famous for stealing food from humans on beaches, but this pelican is no slouch either when it comes to thievery. The pelican steals something right under a man's nose, and even though the man tries to kick the pelican away, I'm not sure he noticed the pelican stole something. These pelicans decide to hang around a few amateur fishermen in the hopes of getting a few treats, and when someone throws something at them, they swarm it like vultures. These birds are definitely hungry. This curious pelican looking for food finds a bucket full of fish and doesn't hesitate to steal a few and run. It's incredible how the bird spotted the bucket so fast and knew exactly what was in there. I loved the way the pelican played with that man on the beach as if they were best friends. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thank you for watching and see you next time.